guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the first video in the garage with it being all drywalled. I'm super excited to finally push out some clean, crisp content on here. But today is a very sad day because last night I was involved in an accident with the FRS. And if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I suggest you do because that's where all the highlights happen. But anyways, I was attacked by a couch cushion. I'm not talking about a pillow, I'm talking about the actual cushion that you sit on when you're sitting on a couch. It was in the middle of the highway and it went under my FRS and unfortunately ripped off my diffuser. I don't know, but somehow I was able to turn around and find the diffuser sitting in the emergency lane. I don't know how it landed there. I don't know how it wasn't shred into a billion pieces, but it was pulled off of my car by this cushion and I was able to grab it and hopefully we can fix it. I do have a second diffuser that was already broken, but I think it's more fixable than the one that broke off last night. So I'm gonna just show you guys and try to fix both of them and see which one comes out better. All right, so this is what happened to the diffuser. Doesn't look so bad right there, but then when we get here, it is broken. Like broken, almost snapped in half. It cracked completely right here, as well as chipped in multiple areas on the front. And if you turn it around, this is what it looks like when you turn it around. It is completely busted and scraped. I'm very happy that Street Arrow did send me a second set of these, so I have the option to re-add this if I wanted to once I fix it, because those are busted. It scraped right here, and then I obviously have it right here as well. So this is the damage. The biggest damage is obviously right here in these two areas, so I'm trying to see if it's worth fixing, or my very first Greddy diffuser was this one right over here, and it is in way better condition than the one that I had last night. The repairs need to be down here. If you guys know anyone with a Rocket Bunny kit who has this diffuser, you guys know once you go low, this part scrapes on the ground, and after 2.5 years of driving with this on, it just completely flattened out, and it's unfortunately something that you can't avoid. You'll just continue fixing it and fixing it and fixing it unless you drive like super up, but that is the damage. And as well as on this side, I was having an issue with my exhaust. It was touching the exhaust, and I don't know what the heck that is. I don't even want to touch it, but that melted on to my exhaust as well. And I don't know what it is, so I can't chip it off. Another issue that I have was right here with the lights. It's kind of, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of broken. And if you turn it around, I bought this putty a long time ago because this diffuser also did rip off, but it broke the holes, and it was just a giant circle and I couldn't get a screw to stay. So I bought this putty thinking it would fix that issue, and it didn't, because clearly I know there's a zip tie, it fell off on the Verrazano bridge, but it ripped off, and unfortunately I scraped it. So I think in order for me to fix this one, I would have to take all of this clay that's on there and re-fiberglass it shut and then re-drill some holes. But I'm not sure which one I should fix, so I'm gonna fix both of them. Here are some of the things that you're going to need in order to fix the diffuser. This is what I've done in the past. Again, I'm not a professional, so please do your research first. And yeah, you'll need some Bondo, tape, fiberglass resin, a fiberglass mat, and I like to use the mat instead of the cloth, but you can use either or, a scissor, a Dremel, some microfiber cloths or towels. I went to the dollar store and I got this cutting board because when you mix your hardener for the Bondo, you don't want to use cardboard. So I'm going to be using this plastic cutting board instead to mix. You'll also need some of these spreaders, 1 or 2 brushes when you use your resin because it gets messy, some gloves, a little brush to just, you know, clean stuff, and then your sanding paper. I have 80 120, 220, and then 1500 and 2000 grit. And this is going to be the last thing you use. And then tack cloth. Also, don't forget to buy some alcohol, but I'm going to leave that for last because we won't be painting this in this video. First thing we're gonna do is remove the street arrow pieces. You see, look, this thing was even, it was gonna come off regardless, but first thing we're gonna do is remove the street arrow pieces that are in the middle of the diffuser. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's those little black pieces that are connected. And they came off just like that. I've already started drilling into this line right here. This piece is broken off, as you guys can see. If I was to bend it, I can snap it off. But what we're going to do is create a bigger hole right here. And we're gonna end up using tape and a clamp. And we're going to raise it like that. See how it lines up together? We'll put the resin in the back, we'll clamp it, and then we'll wait till it sticks together like so. And then we'll be able to fill this up. But we need to reinforce this area specifically with a lot of resin and fiberglass. Right now I'm going with 80 grit, and I am going over the areas where I have just like really big scratches, like deep scratches, like right here. I don't know if you guys can really see it. And I'm just pulling off the first layer of paint, and we're gonna bondo all of this all over again. So I've gone ahead and used blue painter's tape to tape the front of the diffuser so that it can hold its shape. I'm going to go in with the resin and lay a mat of fiberglass on the back, but it should look something like this. You can add more tape if you want to secure it a little bit more, which is what I think I'm gonna do. You're gonna maybe want to do squares like this, but definitely I'm eyeballing, so cut them out to whatever shape you might need. I don't know the exact measurements for the resin, but I remember a while back doing this. So I'm going to fill the cap that it came with a little bit like that. All right, set this aside, and we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did 8 little drops. See, I'm gonna put it like that first, and then I'm gonna lay my mat. Now I'm gonna grab my mat and I'm gonna lay it like so. Just like that. Some of that resin, I'm gonna add that resin like that. And then I'm just gonna keep layering. So far I have about 2 layers of fiberglass and I also did the little holes. I'm going to do another layer. I'm just gonna wait for these to dry. So it's possible that I might do 4 layers just to really reinforce the fiberglass. And then once it's all dry, I'm gonna go ahead with Bondo, but I did put it next to this heater, and I'm gonna come back in about 30 minutes, grab some lunch, and then check up on it and see how it's doing. Okay, so it's actually been about an hour, and this is what it looks like. It's all hardened. I'm gonna start doing the Bondoing now. So I've gone ahead and I've added some of the cream hardener, about 1/4 size. Now I'm gonna go ahead with the squeegee and start mixing it. I am completely covered in Bondo dust. I've managed to make it look somewhat put together, but it does need a lot more sanding and another layer of Bondo. And I've only gotten to do this side, and I have not finished that side. So I gotta keep sanding. I wish I had a sander, because look how many sandpaper things I've gone through already. But I'm gonna do this again in the morning because I'm super tired and I want to take a shower.